This is David Lean, Academy Award-winning director of such motion picture classics as Great Expectations, Bridge on the River Kwai, Lawrence of Arabia. And now, Dr. Zhivago. Dr. Zhivago represents a new direction for David Lean. After spending 10 years making heroic adventure pictures, he wanted to direct a love story. And Dr. Zhivago is a love story, a great love story, set against a vast background of war and revolution. A story of the angry passions of conflicting loves. Based on the controversial novel by Boris Pasternak, who won a Nobel Prize for his work, Dr. Zhivago is one of the great stories of the 20th century. To adapt this mammoth novel of 700 pages into a screenplay, David Lean chose Robert Bolt, world-famous playwright and the writer who had fashioned the script for Lawrence of Arabia. The script completed, director Lean then turned to the job of casting.
As the characters gradually took shape in the script, we naturally started thinking more and more who was to portray them on the screen. And the big question mark, who was to play Dr. Zhivago himself?
The poet, the gentle figure, in love with life, in search of himself, was only one man, Omar Sharif. Sharif had worked with Lean in Lawrence of Arabia.
The next thing was to find a screen wife for Omar. My eye had been caught in several magazines by some publicity pictures of Charlie Chaplin's daughter, Geraldine. I saw her, talked to her. She looked far too young for the part, but she had a kind of freshness that I liked very much and a kind of dignity. And I did a screen test.
Test 11, take 1. All right, dear, when you like.
If you could see how hard we have been working here, I know you would forgive me, dear, for not writing more regularly.
When was that written?
July the 20th.
8 weeks.
But now the war seems really to have stopped. The hospital is emptying, and I shall have more time. I may even get time to write some verse, if I've not forgotten how to. I do hope so.
So, we went for Geraldine. The woman's part in this film that any actress would give her eye teeth to play is Lara. And I saw a film, and I saw a girl walking down a street in that film, and I couldn't take my eyes off her.
So Julie Christie became Lara, the violent, sensual, sensitive girl, Zhivago's great love and mistress. As Lara's tormentor, Komarovsky, director Lean cast Rod Steiger. Alec Guinness was chosen to play Zhivago's mysterious half-brother, Evgraf. Tom Courtney plays Lara's husband, Pasha, the dedicated young revolutionary leader. Siobhan McKenna and Ralph Richardson portray Zhivago's adopted parents, Rita Tushingham, Zhivago and Lara's illegitimate child.
Having some idea of the principal members of the cast, one's then got to think of the scenery in which they play their scenes.
Dr. Zhivago is a big motion picture. Russia is big too, a country so vast that it haunts the soul of its people. So David Lean had to travel far to find a place to make his picture, somewhere which would capture the special Russian feeling. After a journey of 10,000 miles, Spain was chosen as the location. The Spanish plains became the Russian steppes. And Moscow rose anew outside Madrid. Correct to the last detail. But a director does not work alone. Scores of talented people come together to create the settings and backgrounds against which the story unfolds. Costumes and accessories are designed and fitted. And above all, the flavor of the times, Russia in the early part of this century, must be captured. And the people come. The technicians and craftsmen, the artists and actors, and the director join together for the task of creating the atmosphere and feeling of Dr. Zhivago. There was the challenge of capturing the poignancy of a man who loves two remarkable women. Of balancing the epic grandeur of the story of a great revolution against the subtle shades of personal relationships. Bringing to life the indomitable spirit of refugees in their desperate flight. Of capturing the flame of a poet's tender love and his searing reactions to blood and war. At last there comes a time when the director senses he has succeeded, when he knows that what began as an idea on paper has caught fire on film, and his picture breathes with life and love. A good film becomes a great film with an inspired director, and during the filming of Dr. Zhivago, inspiration maintained itself at a peak. Dr. Zhivago is being hailed by those who have seen it as another David Lean masterpiece. The might of war. The majesty of love. The monumental motion picture of our time. Dr. Zhivago.